Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. In the book of Matthew, the Bible says that a house set on a hill cannot be hidden, nor do people light a lamp and put it under a basket, but on a stand, and it gives light to all in the house. Let your light shine before the others. On this day, around the world, the peoples of all countries admire the patriotism of the United States of America. What they sometimes reject is that this day, an appreciation of an almost entirely intellectual achievement, the ratification of the Declaration of Independence, and of the reiteration of those central tenets of religion and Renaissance alike, that all men are born free, that life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness are the foundation stones of all their inalienable rights. This, as I see it, was the first light of the United States by which mankind heralded at least the beginning of the end of a long night of human inequality. If at times America forgot these self-taught lessons, and in a famous letter, the French writer Victor Hugo likened the execution of John Brown, the abolitionist, to the idea of Washington killing Spartacus. It was almost always the Americans who came forward to revive them for what was the dream of Martin Luther King. We in Pakistan are not ignorant of this, nor do we neglect to remember that in our founding father's first address to his constituent assembly, he read out a message from but one fellow nation, and that was the United States, offering its best wishes for the great work that they had embarked on. Although these messages from the United States were almost certainly replicated for many new nations in those years, they were not, I believe, simply a manifestation of diplomatic nicety. They were an expression of solidarity. The 20th century sons and daughters of Patrick Henry could not ignore the clarion call for liberty, wherever it might be sounded. In some sense, it is still in response to this clarion call that Americans today go to war. The American mother spends her blood and treasure, and really, it is always mothers and children who underwrite the war in foreign lands, because she still believes in an ideal that was taught to her in childhood. I believe that the American mother, though she may be in other ways isolated from the world and its woes, still fights for freedom. Our mothers share her indomitable spirit and her indefatigable soul. Can we not find in this common sentiment a common cause? History allows both men and nations to choose their friends, but not their circumstances. If circumstances have forced us to be allies, cannot our choices provide that we also are friends? The United States and Pakistan are both large democracies with our political systems built on the idea that unity of purpose can achieve much more than unilateral intent. We must not succumb to the temptation that this public process cannot be extrapolated to the international partnership, which is, after all, still based upon the will of the people of our countries. I was going to call out to the ambassador, but since he's not here, Madam Consul General, let us recommit ourselves to dialogue and take the message back to our constituent assemblies that while winning the allegiance of hundreds of millions of individuals may be many times harder than winning the allegiance of governments, it is an achievement measured not in political tenures, but in generations. Thank you, Madam, and I wish the United States of America, very happy birthday.
Fuego interior.
Glass and say Happy 4th of July. And please, we'll be sharing the cake with everyone, and please feel free to stay and enjoy some of the company that's here. Please enjoy our food, our hospitality, as well as please take a moment to look at some of our USAID projects. In the back, we have some of our cultural programs. Learn something new that maybe you didn't know when you come here, and please feel free to come back. We welcome all of you always. Thank you.